Paul Crib for Graham, Mark Firefleet for Graham.
Words are flying out like endless rain into a paper cup. They slither as they pass and slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy are drifting through my open mind, possessing and caressing me. Jai Guru Deva. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world.
applause from the show. Thank you so much for coming out to support live theater. The solar system is a fascinating place full of planets and moons and rings. The sun is the center of our solar system and by far its largest object. Over 1 million Earths could fit inside of the sun. It's also the largest object by mass, accounting for 99.8% of the entire mass of the solar system. The sun is basically a hot ball of glowing gases, about 4.6 billion years old, and the heart of our solar system. The sun has 8 known planets that rotate around it. The first planet is Mercury. It is by far the smallest planet and the quickest. The second rock from the sun is Venus, our hottest planet. Did you know that it's one of the brightest objects in the Earth's sky outside of the moon? On a really clear night, you can see Venus twinkling in the sky. It also rotates in the opposite direction of most other planets. The third planet from the sun is Earth, currently the only planet we know to sustain life. Earth is about 4.5 billion years old, and 71% of its surface is covered with water. It takes 365 days to rotate around the sun, which is equal to 1 year. The fourth rock from the sun is Mars, which has a rust color. The red hue is due to the iron oxide in its soil. It is thought to have at some point sustained life, but like so much in the cosmos, there's so many unanswered questions.
Well, I look at it myself as the beginning, really, of an exploration. That's the reason we're exploring. You don't know what you'll run into on an exploration. What the sky looks like, what the stars look like. Do they still twinkle, or are they a steady light when you get outside the atmosphere? Well, I look at it myself as the beginning, really, of an exploration. That's the reason we're exploring. You don't know what you'll run into on an exploration. What the sky looks like, what the stars look like. Do they still twinkle, or are they a steady light when you get outside the atmosphere?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah! Baby!
Thank you, everyone. Oh my God, what an amazing premiere. I have to say that it was such a pleasure to work with Violet abroad. We rehearsed on WhatsApp. And Dave coming up, he's the original composer for the premiere of Mermaid Escape. I really want to thank the team. Let's give it up for Taylor, who really was the lighting designer. TaylorBriggs.com. Take a program when you leave. We have Ilian Chen and of course Dave Davida, and Emily. Thank you so much for coming out. Please sign our guest book. We have programming this summer as well. We also want to thank Lazy Acres, Schwartz Bakery, and my mom who came out all the way from San Francisco. And Violet's father, Mauricio. And Georgia, of course. Should I keep going? Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Should we do a photo? Who's taking a photo of us all together?
I could be.
Oh, okay, let's tell
I mean, I will be.
Photo.